Welcome to the Backstory's shoulder opener. We're releasing shoulder tension here, opening the whole arm line, opening the shoulders. And we're starting with a great arm line opener with the hands flex, shoot the hands shoulder height out, fingers are pointing up. Then turn the hands, bring them back in, fingers are pointing backward, stretch the arms out, bring them back in. Now turn the fingers down and stretch the arms out even if it hurts. Bring them back in again. We're starting fingers up, stretch the arms out, flex the palms. Now bring your left arm up and release back down. Bring your right arm up and release back down. Bring the hands back in. Now point the fingers backwards, shoot the arms out, stretch them out, stretch the elbows. Then bring your left arm up, keep the palms flexed, hands stay flexed. Stretch those forearms, bring those shoulders down, bring the arms back in. Now fingers are pointing down, stretch those arms out, extend those elbows. Left arm comes up, hand stays flexed, right arm is coming up. Press against the ceiling or sky here and release. And now we do want to wibble and wobble a little bit, release those shoulders, and here we go again. Arms come up, press, fingers to the top. Press out, extend those elbows, descend the shoulders, fingers are pointing backwards, extend the arms, T-shape, hands are shoulder height, fingers down, extend the elbows, press out, even if it hurts, and again. Now the variation to lift, start with the right hand this time, lift overhead, keep the hand flexed, then the left hand is pushing against the ceiling. Then bring those arms in, rotate the fingers backwards, extend first, and then bring the extended arm all the way up, descend your shoulders, shoulder blades down, pull the tips of your shoulder blades towards the spine. And the last one, fingertips down towards the ground, extend first, and the right arm is coming up, push against the ceiling. Last time, left side, lifting up, nice Bollywood shape going on here, and release. Very good. So since I twisted your brain, next time is an easy one. Simply extend the arms to the side, palms are facing up, extend those elbows, rotate your thumbs down and your pinky finger up. And now we're simply turning the head, stretching our neck muscles here. Try to descend the shoulders, let the shoulder blades float down all the way alongside your back. And now try to bring one ear to the back, one ear to the front, and then come back to center. Right ear is coming to the back, left ear to the front, come back to center. Other side, all the while arms stay stretched out, extend in the elbows, stretch those arms. We want to stretch the shoulder, stretch the arm line, releasing shoulder tension here, pulling the shoulder blades down. Tips of the shoulder blades want to kiss behind your back and then release. You simply stay parallel. Now interlace your fingers. We're doing a little chest opener with chair pose. So bend your hips round your back, then extend the arms overhead, circle the arms all the way down, interlace the fingers, lift to the chest, push the arms forward, extend the arms, inhale, come up, and exhale, the arms circle back down. Now observe your belly button when you lift up. Now crunch and want to pull your navel in, inhale, coming up, extending. Every time you're coming up into standing, take that chance to grow, to elongate, long body, long spine. And when you get those arms back down, take that chance to drop your shoulder blades. Remember, shoulder blades, tip of the shoulder blades are kissing, so you want to slide them towards the spine. We're gonna do that again, but first, simple chair pose, static. We're bringing the arms overhead, thumbs are pointing backwards, pinky finger forward, elongate your spine. Try to lengthen from your tailbone all the way to the tip of the crown of your head. Drop those shoulders, pull the navel in, and keep the weight on your whole foot. Now I would like you to pull the shoulders down, extend the elbows, and pull the arms up as much as possible, and then release. Now the more advanced version of the chair pose with round back. So we're staying in that chair pose, we're lifting the arms to the chest, pushing to the front, lifting up, and still stay with the knees bent in our little chair pose. So the hips shift back and down, and you might want to bring these hips a little bit lower when you're pushing to the front, rounding the back, pulling the navel in, then extend all the way, pulling the shoulders down, circle the arms out, and stay low. Very good. Shoulders start to be opened. Another easy one, YTW. Simply stand parallel, stand tall, and then start with, here we go, start with coming up with the arms into a Y shape, then bring the hands together, chest height, open into T, then the hands together, flex the elbows and come into a W. Again, Y shape, bring the arms up. Now every time you're lifting or extending backwards, you want to lift the chest at the same time, and you want to pull those shoulder blades together. Remember, we're not pulling any weight here, so we need to take care of the back of our body as well, upper body. And so I want you to focus on pulling the shoulder blades down and together, and I'm going to say that as often as I want. Again, come into Y, pulling the shoulders down, thumbs are pointing backwards, another T, and here we go, last time for a W, and release. We're coming to a sideline stretch. Cross the right leg behind the left, push the right hand over to the side, palms flex, open the elbow up, and come back. We're doing the other side. Left side crosses back, left elbow lifts up to the sky or ceiling, and then come back. Now the down hand, the bottom hand, is turning outward, so we'll continue with our shoulder opener, not just opening in the upper arm but also in the lower arm. So push to the side, hand is flexed, and now open the elbow up to the ceiling while the lower hand is rotating outwards. Keep the weight on the standing leg, not on the crossed leg, so you're really bending over to the side. And release. We're doing an advanced version of this in warrior pose. So one leg is turned out 90 degrees, the other 45. Now bend the right knee into warrior, and we're doing the same thing with the hand here. Just this time we keep doing one side. So left hand pushes over to the right, lifting the elbow here in deep warrior pose, and come back into standing. Stretch both legs. Make sure that your knee goes in direction of your toes. So this is a warrior 2 position. Back foot turned in 45 degrees. And we're doing the same thing with the hands, only in a more intense stretch. So the left hand flexes, push it over to the right. Elbow comes up, lifts up and over, side stretch, and then come back into standing. Then turn to the other side. You can simply turn the feet. Back foot turned in 45 degrees, front foot 90 degrees, knee pointing towards your toes, and then push the right hand over to the left side. Keep your balance. Again, right hand is pushing over to the left, elbows coming up. You can even stretch the hand out a little bit further if you want to. You know the move by now. Come back into standing, stretch both legs. Always reposition your feet if you need to make the stance a little bit wider. If you notice that the knee is coming too far forward, knee needs to be over the ankle when you're in your low position. Stretch all the way here, the whole side body. We're going one last time, pushing over, lifting, extending, and come back into standing. Let's release and relax our brains. Simple parallel position, flex the elbows 90 degrees, bend your hands, flex your palms, and now pull them out into an outward rotation, opening like a book. But I do want you to keep your elbows close to the body. So the elbows are not flaring out, they stay glued, connected to your chest. When you open the hands, rotate the calves, elbow rotation, lift your chest slightly, lift your chin slightly, and open your chest. Don't extend too much, not overdo any lordosis. Very good, and release. Hope your brain was relaxed by now. Now come onto the floor into 4-point stance and push your hips back into a child position. From child, roll forward into plank on the knees, extending the whole body. Just try to make this movement as clean as possible. So in your plank on knees, the shoulders are above your hands, hands are underneath the shoulders, and you're in a very long line in a plank position, so one line from the crown of your head to your knees. So this is the rehearsal for the full version. In a second, we're going to go onto our feet. So enjoy the rolling forward and then extending into plank. Do that 2 more times, pulling the navel in and then reaching out forward, opening the chest. Last time on the knees, lifting, engaging the core. Then come onto the feet, same thing. This time we're pushing back into downward facing dog. Hips go first, then rolling forward, extending into plank. Push the hips back first, then round yourself, pulling the navel in and extending into your full plank. Don't stay round when you're coming forward. I really want you to go into that very long line, elongate your whole body from your heels into the crown of your head. Make sure that your shoulders stay away from the ears. Remember the shoulder blades, the tips of the shoulder blades kissing, pulling towards the spine and down towards your hips at all times. We want to open the chest and we want to have a proper position for the whole shoulder girdle. This is all rehearsal for the rest of your day. So I need you to have good alignment. Do that one last time. Rounding forward, pulling the navel in and release back down. Very good. Now you can relax. We're coming into child position. So bring those hips back over your ankles. You want to lift the hips a little bit more than in your usual child and putting the arms reaching out forward and settle on your fingertips as to open the front of your shoulders. You can wibble wobble a little bit and we're going to slowly come further up with the hips here to go deeper into the extension of the front body here. Your head can either lie on the forehead or on one cheek. Now come up a little more with your hips. Hips can be over your knees and crawl more forward with your hands. Still staying on your fingertips, extend the elbows and now twist from one side to the other. Lay down one ear, right ear, and then your left ear while pushing one shoulder down and looking under the armpit of the other shoulder. Look underneath the armpit to the sky. Very good. Do whatever feels good. This is for opening, for lengthening, for stretching the chest and the front of your shoulders. Forward even more. And if staying on the tips of your fingers doesn't work anymore now, come onto the flat palms, extend your fingers, broad stance with your fingers, engage the mound of your index finger. Press the hands into the ground and now lift those hips up and over a little bit more. The hips can be in front of your knees now. And now twist your upper body left and right. Stretch those shoulders, stretch the whole front of your body. This is great chest and shoulder opening. One last twist And then release and turn around. We're going into a reverse plank. So bring the hands underneath your shoulders, fingers are pointing towards your feet, and simply lift the hips up, stay in one long line. You can point those feet if you want, pull the navel in slightly. Try to extend the crown of your head, do not crunch too much in the front of your neck. You want to lift the chin slightly, and now bring those shoulders down, away from your ears, pull the shoulder blades together. There you go. Come back into stretching, lay down onto your back, bend those knees. Bring the knees 90 degrees onto your right side. Both hands on top of each other, you're lying on your right side, and then open the left, the top arm all the way over, circle, and touch down behind you with the back of your hand. You can follow the hand with your gaze. So you're turning the head to the left when you're opening and come back to the right side when you're closing. You do want to keep your knees stacked, one on top of another, and try to also keep your hip points stacked, one on top of another. Little variation here if you're feeling like it. You can circle the arm behind your head, overdrawing a half circle here in the sand or on your smooth floor. And come back. This way we don't need to lift the arm. We can use gravity for opening up and twisting. This is almost a meditative movement. If you want to go further, you can stretch the top left, the leg left out. You can either point or flex it as you like. This is just to fix the hips one on top of another in case you want to, and just keep opening up the shoulders, twisting. If you have a little book or socket you can put the foot on, that's even better. And then slowly change sides, bend the knees 90 degrees on the left hand side, knees one on top of another, hips stacked on top of another, and now open your right arm over to the ceiling. If you like the half circle version better, you can do that straight away. You don't need to lift the arm. This is more about rotation and relaxing. When we're twisting, we want to also lengthen. So contrarily of what you might think, when we're twisting our spine, we do not get shorter, but we get longer. That's the magic of our spine. It can get very long, so there's a lot of cushioning between the vertebrae. So try it out, pull your head out of your spine, lengthen and elongate. And if you're having trouble of keeping the hips stacked on top of another, shoot the right leg out. This gives a little bit of a counterweight here, so it gets a little bit easier for you to get the hips in position, and just rotate the upper body, rotate your head from one side to the other, just following your arm here. Keep breathing. And I got one last one for you. And release and turn onto your belly. Feet are parallel. I want you to work on your back muscles a little bit. To finish off with, shoot the arms out, T position, thumbs are pointed towards the sky. Now pull the shoulder blades together, lift the arms as much as you can. Remember the kissing shoulder blades, so that's what we do now. So we're engaging the upper back and we're stretching and opening the chest at the same time. Extend those elbows, extend those arms out, try to shoot out from all 10 fingers to the sides. Imagine your Spider-Man shooting out spider webs from the fingers, extending them as far out as you can. Very good. Now, as a variation, if you want to continue, you can also come from V to W. So we're lifting the arms up and overhead and then pulling the elbows towards the spine. Don't touch the floor, keep your neck long. And you can keep doing this if you want to. This video is here for you anytime you need to open your shoulders. And I'll see you all next time for the back stories. Have a great day. Bye.
Yes, I believe.